Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Stormworks. We are going to be starting a new project in this one, something a little different. So definitely stick around, stay tuned. In this one, we are going to start working on a PvP game mode map. And this is kind of something that I've been kind of messing around with the idea of for a while, but I've never really done it. So I think it's finally time to do it. And in this one, we're kind of going to just set up the base of the map, and then on in the series, we'll start adding kind of like the buildings and whatnot. But I have a pretty cool idea for this. I think you guys will like it, and we're going to get right into the building with this one. And there's not going to be a whole lot done in this episode, but believe me, going forward, we're going to get a lot done in each episode. This build's going to go pretty fast, and then once I get it done, obviously I'll get it on the workshop so you guys can kind of check it out with your friends. But yeah, I think this is just kind of something cool, something different. Obviously the land crawler's not going to go anywhere, and we'll be doing other actual vehicle builds while this is going on too. But this is just something that I've been toying around with for a while, and I think that you guys would probably think it's cool too. So here we are. I'm going to get right into the time lapses. I'm going to get some of the building done, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about what exactly I'm building and how exactly I plan to kind of fill it out and make it work and whatnot. But real quick, before we get into that, if you guys are new around here, definitely check out our Discord. I'll leave a link down below. That's a really good place to kind of meet a bunch of other Stormworks players, learn a bunch of things, make some friends, that kind of stuff. We like to kind of play games in the Discord every now and then with all of you guys, me and the mods. So definitely check that out. I'll have a link down in the description below. And then also, if you like this build series or you want to see more stuff like this, definitely let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more. But yeah, guys, that's just about it. So we are going to get right into the building. I'm going to let the time lapse roll a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing exactly. All right, so we've got a good chunk of the walls kind of done, but I guess this would be a good time to talk a little bit more about what exactly we're doing, and that would be making a PvP gunfighting map. So kind of think along the lines of like Call of Duty Search and Destroy or like Counter-Strike Demolition. But yeah, that's kind of the thought process. You can also do kind of team deathmatch, that kind of thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have enough armor on each team for 15 people and then 5 of each weapon type. So technically you could run this all the way up to a 15v15, which is going to be absolute chaos in this map. But you see here we have the 2 entrances for the 2 different teams. We have A team and B team. And then later on in the coming episodes, I'll kind of add a lot of the inside of the map. But what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to make a armor setup and an equipment setup for both teams that's usable. So that's kind of what we're working on. And then, you know, the walls and the ladder and all that kind of stuff is really just for to contain the map, and the ladder up there is for people who want to view what's going on. But the main goal for this was really, I don't really ever see a purpose for people to use the handheld weapons in this game. So I kind of wanted to encourage people to use those in a fun multiplayer fashion. So that's kind of what we're working on here. And that's kind of the mindset. But this is I'm drawing inspiration from a lot of different things for this. So, you know, a lot of you will probably think like Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, that kind of thing. The map itself was really inspired by the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare. One of the campaign missions, you kind of go into the shoot house to practice a mission. And that's kind of what it started off as, but then as I started building the map, it more devolved into like an actual just like decorated map. And you guys will see a lot of that later on. But in this episode, we're going to set up a lot of the systems. I want to kind of get the spawn area set up, get all the equipment on the walls, and then I'm going to set up a little bit of the logic too. So each team's going to have a ready up system. The doors won't open until both teams are ready, and then a buzzer will go off. And you guys will be able to kind of run into the map. So what's cool is we're going to add a bomb site that one of the teams can attack, and then one of the other teams will have to defuse. And one of my mods, Jack, he helps us out with a timer. And so there's going to be like a big jumbotron over top that you guys can kind of see the countdown timer going on. It ends up being a really cool looking map in my mind. So I think you guys will be pretty excited about it. But yeah, the general kind of thought with this really was I want to encourage people to kind of have fun with the handheld weapons in this game too, not just the vehicles, and I think that this is a good way to do it. So if you guys like this, want to see more of this, definitely let me know. This is just something that I'm kind of messing around with. I haven't ever really done this before, but I have a fair bit of experience playing, you know, different first-person shooters and whatnot. So I'm drawing inspiration from a lot of those games. And like I said, in this one, we're kind of just setting up all of the basics of the map before we start decorating the inside. So I guess I can talk about that a little bit too. It's going to kind of be inspired. The map itself is kind of going to be inspired by a couple different Call of Duty maps, as well as if you've ever played the old CSGO, the map Short Dust, really Dust 2, I guess, kind of the same inspiration really. But yeah, so it's going to kind of be like a Middle Eastern style map, but again, we're going to get all the equipment in. I'm going to add a bunch of fun little play features like destructible items and, you know, plantable explosives, that kind of thing throughout the map. I think I had an IED and a go-kart and just a couple like goofy little play features for no reason. I think there's a zip line too, but that'll all come in a later episode. Right now, I'm trying to just kind of make sure that everything is here that is needed in order to play the game mode that you want. And then, you know, right here we'll work on kind of adding like the Jumbotron and that kind of thing. But you'll also notice that there's that little platform with the railings around it. So I also add a viewing platform that kind of goes along that length of the map. So people who are not participating, they can kind of check it out and watch if they want. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. And, you know, again, a little slower start for this episode. I promise the next couple episodes, we're going to get a lot of building done all at once. The buildings go really quick because they're just boxes, and I'm not going to throw a lot of detail into this map just for performance reasons. I want you guys to not be lagging like crazy when it spawns. But the idea of it really is that you can spawn it in any hangar with the doors open or closed, and you'll be able to play with the lights on or off and at night or during the day. So everything will be set up. It's going to be lit up well enough to play whenever you want. And I actually think it looks really, really cool if you go down to Terminal Spy Cakes, or whatever that garage is called, or the hangar in Terminal Spy Cakes is called, the one we're working in right now anyways. I think it looks really cool in that one specifically because there's no windows on the roof and you can close the doors up, and it kind of makes it a little dark and moody in here. But yeah, I just thought that this was something fun. It's something that I've never really kind of tried out, and I wanted to give it a go. I think it would be fun, and this is just kind of a quick little project that we can do on the side in between bigger builds. So one thing I will say is, this is probably not going to be a super long series. We'll probably have 4 or 5 videos on it. I'm going to just sneak them in at random times, but we will also, I'll try to get some gameplay footage when the map is done too, before it's on the workshop, just so you guys can kind of get a feel for it. But definitely when it is done on the workshop, I know I mentioned it in the Discord earlier, but definitely go ahead and check out our Discord. When this is done, I do plan on, hosting a kind of a game night where a bunch of us hop on Stormworks and kind of play this map a bit and just kind of mess around. So if you're interested in that, check out the Discord. I'll leave announcements for that and whatnot too. We also have a build challenge going on. I'm not really sure how many people are involved in that, but we're doing a pumpkin chunking challenge. So check that out also. There's a bunch of details about that in the Discord as well. If you kind of want the gist of it, it's just throw a pumpkin as far as you want, or as far as you can, not as far as you want. The link to the pumpkin is on my workshop, and the rules basically are no power generation, so no thrusters, propellers, rockets, jet engines, that kind of thing. But you can use all the mechanical blocks, you can use winches, you can use pulleys. That seems to be a pretty common route that a lot of people have taken. But yeah, I'm kind of just rambling on about other stuff right now. We're just about done with the episode, and we're gonna wrap this one up pretty quick. I know this episode was a little bit shorter, but like I said, it'll go a lot faster in the coming episodes. I just didn't really want to break the setting up of the walls and all of that with starting to actually build inside of the map. So next episode, you guys will see a lot more of the map actually get built around. And you can see right now, I'm just kind of testing out the queuing up system. So both teams have to turn the key to ready up. I don't know why that door over here is not working correctly. We'll figure that out in a later episode. I actually changed it to one door, but I'll explain that later down on the road. But yeah, guys, that is going to be just about it for the building in this episode. So kind of just get the gist of what we're going to be working on, and we'll get into the technical stuff, the nitty gritty, a lot more in the coming episodes. So I'll talk a lot about kind of the map design and kind of the angles and things that I'm trying to cover, and how the bomb site works and that kind of thing. But in this one, I just kind of wanted to get the map itself ready to build inside of. And like I said, if you guys want to see me build more of these in the future, definitely let me know. I'm open to it. This was a really fun, quick build. So, but yeah, guys, that's all we have for today. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember to subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.